Earlier this week, students, staff, and parents at River Glen Junior High in Boise were notified of an investigation into threatening graffiti. That graffiti found in one of the restrooms referenced tomorrow, February 14th, but was not directed toward any specific individuals. Police, district security, school administrators all working together to determine there was no credible evidence to substantiate the threat. But parents can still choose to keep their children home from school tomorrow. The school will have additional security measures in place. We understand that parents are obviously concerned then for their children's safety.
And while this instance of graffiti was determined not to be a credible threat, Lacey Darrell reached out to Boise Police to see how they handle non-specific threats directed at schools.
When a threat of violence is made towards a school, local law enforcement is called in to conduct an investigation.
Our primary focus in that investigation initially is to determine where the threat came through. If it came from a specific person, we can identify them, and then we can interview them and get their true intentions.
Then they have to determine how credible the threat is.
A lot of different factors going into determining how credible the threat is, and each individual case is unique in that, so you apply many different things to determine that credit. I can't give you an exact answer because there's not an exact answer. It just depends on the situation.
Boise Police says oftentimes the threats are not serious and a kid will confess that it was just a joke and they didn't really mean it. But if there is any credibility to it, then they work with the school district and command staff to determine what should be done and whether to release that information to parents.
As with any active investigation, there's certain details that we don't release because if we get other information, we want to be able to verify that information and determine its credibility.
While they say their first priority is the safety and security of the students, staff, and parents, they have to be vigilant. And oftentimes, although it can be frustrating to parents, they can't release exactly what the threat is or how it was carried out.
We don't want to sensationalize these type of threats and get people that may be sitting on the fence as to whether or not it's a good idea to try to get school canceled.
Lacey Darrow, 6 on your side.
They then take the information and make an informed decision on their own. If caught, Boise Police will send reports to the prosecutor's office, and it's up to the courts to determine how the individual who carried out the threat will be punished.